And we're live. Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to our second live stream on the JakeJoshTeam channel. And today, instead of Jacob giving jokes, I think I was going to give it a shot. He looked like he had a lot of fun last time. So I was like, hey, why not, Jake? I'll give it a try. So anyway, guys, I hope you're doing well. If you guys haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to support the channel. We just recently passed 1,000 subscribers, and we are super pumped to keep expanding. Anyways, we're going to start the live stream, and if it goes well, maybe we'll keep doing some more. I think Jacob has a little live stream idea he wants to explain to you guys, at the end of this video. All right. Well, if you guys like our content, let us know in the comments down below. And if you guys have any jokes, comment down below. All right, without further ado, let's begin the stand-up. So last time we did a live stream, Jake entertained you guys with Disney jokes, which was inspired by his employment history. So since Jake talked about his employer, I thought I would share some puns and stories about my employer. So a really good story I got to tell you guys is about my most prideful captain I ever sailed with. We're going to start with that. I'll tell you guys some sea stories. Like they say, 95% of all sea stories are not true. So you guys will be the judge if you think my stories are true or not. As some of you guys are aware, if you've watched our channel, you know I was a midshipman at the Merchant Marine Academy, and you know that I have sailed around the world, and I have a lot of sailing experience, commercial sailing experience under my belt. So let me tell you guys that story about the most prideful captain I've ever had. Well, guys, it was on an American battleship. We were sailing by the coast of Canada one night, the Pacific Ocean, the west side. And we get a radio that comes in from the Canadian Coast Guard. It says, Canadian Coast Guard to American battleship, we have detected that you are on a collision course with us. Please alter your course 5 degrees north by northeast to avoid collision. Over. My captain was on the bridge at that moment, and like I said, he was very prideful, so we chuckled a little bit. The ship's captain looks at his crewmates, looks at us. He gives us a wink, picks up the radio, and he replies, American battleship to Canadian Coast Guard, you are on a collision course with us. Please alter your course 5 degrees by south by southwest to avoid collision. Over. So as you guys can see, my captain felt he was more superb than the Canadian Coast Guard. All right, I will continue. The Canadian Coast Guard radioed back to us, Canadian Coast Guard to American battleship. We can't do that. Please alter your course 5 degrees north by northeast to avoid collision. Over. So now my captain's getting a little heated. He picks up the radio, and in his best show of authority, he says, American battleship to Canadian Navy. We are the USS Lincoln, one of the largest naval vessels in the entire U.S. Navy, and escorted by multiple support ships. I do remember that night. We had many replenishment ships with us. We had many submarines around us. Yes, it was quite an excursion. So back to the story. We are the USS Lincoln, one of the largest naval vessels in the entire U.S. Navy, and escorted by multiple support ships. If you do not alter your course, we will be forced to defend ourselves to avoid collision. Over. So as you can see, my captain's like, no, we're not moving for you. You move for us. The radio goes silent for a moment, and the Canadian Coast Guard radios us back. They radio us back, and they say, Canadian Coast Guard to American battleship. We are a lighthouse. Your call. Over. My captain was very, very embarrassed after that. Anyway, that was the most prideful captain I'd ever sailed with. He also had quite a belly too. He was a very, very thick man, thick skin. He was a salty sailor for sure. In fact, whenever we came into ports and we saw whales, the whales would always sing, "We are family, even though you're fatter than me." You guys have probably heard that joke many times. Anyways, that was the most prideful captain I ever sailed with. That was one of the biggest captains I've ever sailed with. So, like I said, that's your guys' call if you think that sea story is true or not. I tell you though, my sea stories are legit. Or exaggerated. Your call. Anyway, I got another good little joke for you guys about another captain I sailed with. And when we were sailing by the coast of Somalia, there were many Somalian pirates. When we were going through the Red Sea and all that, the first time I went through the Suez Canal and got into the Red Sea, I was actually on a smaller ship. It was still big enough to, make Somalian pirates think twice about attacking us. But, it wasn't too big. So, some gutsy Somalian pirates actually did attempt to attack us. So, one day we're sailing through the Suez. We come out of the Suez Canal. We're going through the Gulf of Aden, and we see some Somalian pirates. And they actually had a decent-sized ship coming at us. And the chief mate comes up to the captain. I'm on the bridge, and I overhear him say, "Hey, captain, we're being attacked by Somalian pirates. What do you want to do about it?" And the captain says, "Well, you know what? Bring me my red shirt, and let's take them out." So he brings him his red shirt. We fight off the pirates. We drop a hand grenade on them. It explodes, and the Somalian pirates are no more. That was a tip from my grandpa. After he saw Captain Phillips, he's like, "Why not just drop a hand grenade on those pirates? Be done with it." So I told the captain about it, and that's how we dealt with them the first time. After that encounter, though, I remember asking the captain, I said, "Hey, captain," I was like, "Well, why even take the necessary step of getting that red shirt when we fought those pirates off?" And he says to me, "Well, cadet, you can't see blood with a red shirt. So it makes me look tough. It makes me look like our leader. And the Somalian pirates think I'm invincible." I go, "That sounds pretty good, captain. That's a good tip. All right. I respect that of you, captain. Good call." Well, not a day later, we run into a whole fleet of Somalian pirates. I'm talking like 30. And they're coming from our 12 o'clock, our 3 o'clock, our 9 o'clock, our 6 o'clock. 30 ships surrounding us. Not big ones, but enough. And they had handguns, and they were coming at us. And I remember the captain looking, and the chief mate comes up. He goes, "Hey, captain, just like yesterday, unfortunately, we are being attacked by 30 ships. Not one, 30 ships. 30 Somalian pirate ships." And my captain, he goes up, and he goes, "Oh, man. Oh, man." And then the chief mate says, "Captain, do you want your red shirt?" And that captain said, "Forget the red shirt. I want my brown pants." So he brings him his brown pants. And fortunately, we made it through them all, or else I wouldn't be here telling the jokes today. So that was the toughest captain I've ever been with. And the smelliest, too, after that day. All right, guys, like I said, 95% of all sea stories are false, but I am here to tell you guys that my jokes, my sea stories are legit. I had a rough time as a cadet, I'll tell you that. And I think you guys know why, because of those experiences. But nonetheless, sailing the world was great. I sailed the 7 seas. And that's why the Navy tells people to come join the Navy. It's like, come see the world. It's like, you know why people should join the Navy? Because they get to see the world. Yeah? Or maybe if they're lucky, get stationed in San Diego, and then they can go to Sea World. All right, I don't know if I lost you guys on that one or not, but all right, whatever. All right, anyway, guys, I got one more captain I'd like to talk about. I wouldn't necessarily say he's a captain, because I was on the U.S. Eisenhower one time, and the captain of that ship is a legit captain. He's an 06 in the Navy. But we had an admiral visit us one day, and I remember the admiral came on board, and Oh man, everybody was super nervous. Everybody was all in line, all polished up. They were stiff as an arrow. Oh man, you couldn't see any blemishes on anyone's uniform. We were in tip-top shape. So we had all our Navy people line up, all our Marines on that ship line up. And I remember the Admiral, he's strolling around all prideful, showing off his 1 star on his shoulder boards. And the Admiral comes up and goes, "You, Seaman Apprentice, front and center." And the Seaman Apprentice, in case you guys don't know, he is not an officer. He is of the enlisted ranks. In fact, he is one of the lowest enlisted ranks. So you've got one of the top guys in the Navy, an admiral, high-ranking officer, and a very low-ranking enlisted man. So the enlisted man comes front and center in front of all of us, in front of the admiral, in front of the whole fleet. And you've got like 5,000 people on an aircraft carrier. Keep that in mind. Front and center, we've got this high standing admiral on top of this small enlisted man. But boy, did he stand strong, because the admiral said, "You guys are all looking pretty good. You're all in tip-top shape. You guys look pretty impressive. I am very impressed with the U.S. Eisenhower." And the enlisted man says, "Sir, thank you very much, sir." And the admiral says, "But are you guys one of the smartest, most intelligent, most aware crew in the U.S. Navy?" And the enlisted man says, "Sir, ask me anything. I can represent all of us, sir." And that got our 06 shaking, because he's like, oh man, this kid is fresh out of high school. Does he even know what he's talking about? So the suspense is rising. The admiral says, "Seaman Apprentice, what do you do when there is a man overboard?" Everyone goes quiet. The seaman looks up at the admiral and says, "Well, sir, let me ask you this. Is he enlisted or is he an officer?" Dun, 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 to be continued. Let us know if you guys want to hear the rest of that joke. I'm kidding. That is the joke. That was quite the day, I must say, for the U.S. Eisenhower. Anyway, guys, that was the most impressive ship, the biggest ship I've ever been on, the U.S. Eisenhower. Very, very impressive. It's docked in Norfolk, Virginia. That was where I was on it at. But anyway, yes, I've had quite an experience. I've been on many ships, many commercial ships, many U.S. Navy ships, and it was quite an experience. So, Merchant Marines and Navy, very, very, very tough guys. All right, guys, let's move on. Let me explain to you guys why I took employment with the Navy instead of the Marines. Because I tried out for the Marines, but I fell just short of the requirements. So they put me in the Navy because I was a submarine after tryouts. No, not getting anyone? Oh, well, very well. All right, guys, I'm just kidding. Everyone in the U.S. is needed. Everyone plays an important role, no matter what their rank or what branch they're in. In fact, I respect all servicemen, no matter what branch of the military they serve. But I do have some beef with the Army. You know, Army-Navy rivalry. In fact, have you guys ever watched the Navy and Army football game? They are pretty fun to watch. I remember this one game where the Navy is playing the Army, which has a first down with 2 minutes left in the half. An Army fan sets off a firecracker, which tricks the Navy football team into thinking it's the end of the half. So they run off the field and thinking it's halftime. So Army is out there with the ball. No defense, no Navy team out there. But three plays later go by, and the Army ends up punting the ball anyway because they didn't score. Yeah, you guys remember that game? No, just me? All right. All righty, guys. Well, those are pretty much the stories I have about Navy and Army. But I do have some one-liners here that Jacob printed out for us. So let's take a crack at these. Maybe these will get you going. What do you call a Marine with a head wound? A jarhead. How do you knock out a Marine while he's drinking water? Slammed the toilet lid down on his head. Why couldn't the sailors play cards? The captain was sitting on the deck. Oh, yes, I have experienced that. Yeah, that sucks. Why do seals fall backwards off the boat? Well, if they fell forward, they'd still be in the boat. Come on, it's common sense. What do the Chinese call their navy? The censorships. Sorry, I don't mean to offend anyone. What grades do you need to join the Navy? You need at least 7 C's. What do you call an American naval ship hijacked by pirates? Everyone knows this. This is terrible. The USSR. I've never understood the Navy's color being navy blue. I thought they were aquamarines. No? All right. What do you call a snail on board a ship? A snailer. What do you... all right. That was decent. What did the Navy's dentist license plate read? Top Gum. You get it? Because he's a dentist. No? All right. My friend has a really unhealthy relationship with Navy vessels. He worships them. My dad said he joined the Navy out of spite. He was a petty officer. Why do Swedish battleships have barcodes on them? So that when they come in port, they can Scandinavia. I don't understand that one. Last page. If you guys are still with us, thank you very much. Why couldn't the sailors play cards? The captain was sitting on the deck. Darn it, Jacob. Don't you read what you type? What explorer has the best at hiding and seek? Marco Polo. All right. Why does the Iraqi Navy have glass bottle boats? So they can see their Air Force. No? All right, fine, guys. All right. How many West Point plebes does it take to change a light bulb? Oh, this one goes out to Hart. None. It's a second-year course. Plebes are too stupid to do that. I was a plebe once. I can vouch for that. What's the difference between a West Pointer and a catfish? One's a slimy, smelly, scum-sucking bottom feeder, and the other is just a fish. Yeah, those West Pointers, man, they go hard on the weekends, I'll say that. All right. What did the Navy say to the Coast Guards? I'll seal you later. Have you heard about the karaoke championship who joined the Navy? No? Well, I have. The first time he saluted, he nearly killed himself. You know, because cha. All right, not the greatest. What happens when you eat too many Navy beans? You might end up with a dishonorable discharge. Yeah? You know. Yeah, you guys don't get it. I wanted to join the Navy, but that ship has sailed. I'll see myself out. All right, guys, thanks for listening to the jokes. I hope you really appreciate it. If you guys like those jokes, if you like this type of stand-up comedy, please let us know down below. And if you guys want to see more live streams, let us know when's a really, really good time when you guys would want to see live streams. And like we said before, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, subscribe. We appreciate it. Watch our stuff. It's good stuff. Anyways, that's it for my bid. And for a sneak peek for the next live stream, here's Jacob to explain what he's going to be doing for you guys next time we live stream. Jacob, take it away.
Oh, hey, my turn. Hey, everyone. Still live streaming. Love it. So I believe next Sunday we're going to do this live stream, but I am going to ask you guys a couple of my famous riddles, and whoever gets the most right will get a shout out from JakeJoshTeam. How does that sound? A little incentive, right?
What a prize!
Yeah. Again, I won't give too much away, but I'll tell you guys the first riddle right here, just so you can prepare and get ready for next Sunday. So here's the first riddle. Rich people need it, poor people have it, and if you eat it, you die. Think about that. If you guys can figure that riddle before our next live stream, that is 1 point right there. And you guys will, again, the person who can get my riddles correct will get a free shout out from JakeJoshTeam. Anyways, guys, if you want to save time or money on shipping packages, Ship Thrifty has you covered. The link to the description will be down below. And like always, like Josh said, subscribe, hit the notification bell for upcoming videos, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining us for this week's live stream. Yeah! That's how we're going. Oh, here we go. End stream. Bye, everyone.